We're down here in Swanwick at the Used Boat Show that runs concurrently with the Southampton Boat Show, looking at what's for sale. And first of all, we're looking at boats up to £50,000. And the first thing I found, which has absolutely blown me away, is this. It's a Sunseeker 34 with a pair of diesel engines in, and it's only £23,000. On board, because it's a Performance Plus boat, it's quite a narrow beam, and therefore you haven't got quite as much space as you might expect on a 34-footer, but it's all here. There's a couple of proper helm seats here, there's a big bench seat across the back and a couple of tables, and then of course you've got your cabin downstairs. Down here, obviously this is a full-on sports boat, so you don't have the space or the headroom that you have in a cruiser of this size, but it's got the double berth up the front. There's a nice seating area around here, you've got a small galley over here, and there's even a separate heads on that side. I've got to say, this one's really got the checkbook twitching. This is an Orkney 592. It's actually a really nice little boat. It's 2011. It's got an 80 horsepower Yamaha, and it makes a really affordable way of getting out onto the water. It's a nice little shelter area up here to get you out of the weather if necessary. Plenty of deck space back aft. Helm position over here. And you can have all of this for just under £20,000. This is a Sesso Key Largo 25, and it's a fantastic day boat. It'll give you a bit of everything. Let me show you what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. It's got a 250 horsepower Yamaha engine on the back to give it some serious performance and the ability to do some skiing. There's rod holders across the back here and plenty of room out the back for fishing. There's a massive sunbathing area on the front, and they've even managed to put a frame on here with a bimini to give you a bit of shade. They've even found room for this little cuddy cabin down here with a couple of essentials of life. There's a little seating area here that you can sleep on. There's a fridge on this side, and most importantly, there's a proper little sea toilet in under here. This is the cheapest boat down at the Swanwick section of the show. It's a little Mariner 470. It's only 2 years old and it'll put you on the water for under £8,000. Bayliner have been turning out some really tidy cuddy cabin sport boats of late. This is a particularly nice looking example. She's a 2008 boat. She's got the black hull, sleek looks, and she's well under £20,000. I used to own a boat very, very similar to this, and we had an amazing amount of fun with it. This one is a Bayliner 652. It's a 2008 boat. It's got a Mercruiser 4.3 MPI engine, which will give it really good performance, and it's just a really great day boat or weekender. The cockpit layout's pretty conventional. You've got a pair of bucket seats and quite an attractive helm as well. Those seats swivel to face the back seat, which goes across in front of a sun pad above the engine. In the cuddy cabin, again, it's about what you'd expect. There's 2 single berths, and that infills to make a double. It's pretty much everything you'd expect from this type of boat. What we've got here is a red-blooded offshore Sunseeker, twin diesel, twin cabin, 36 foot long. But the thing that's most impressive about this boat is it's under £40,000. The reason it's that sort of money is because it's a 1989 boat, but actually it feels really good. It's very solidly put together. All this upholstery is in really nice shape. You've got this fantastic big social area just here. There's a double helm, and then downstairs there's full standing headroom. There's a dinette down there opposite of the galley, and then forward you've got a double berth in the forward cabin, and then another cabin back aft with 2 singles in. So much boat for the money, it's incredible. These Fairline Turbo 36s are an absolute classic from the 1980s. They used to refer to these as the Solent Sierra because there were so many of them out there. It's an aft cabin layout, so they're absolutely huge on board. Inside here it feels like someone's given this boat a bit of love. This upholstery looks new, the carpets are pretty recent too, and it's just got a nice clean fresh feel to it. As ever with these Turbo 36s, the volume's fantastic. There's masses of space down here, but the real treat is the aft cabin. Full beam owners' cabins are all the rage these days, but Fairline had this back in the 80s. It's massive. Obviously the full beam of the boat goes right up to the transom, loads of space around the bed and its own ensuite. Really big, comfortable cabin.